So I need you guys to focus the fuck up because this deck is currently in the testing phase. I can explain a little bit about the deck and how I do my testing phases. This looks wild. This is not the hand we're doing with Mulligan. So the way I do deck building is I come up with an idea. Like, what do I want to accomplish, right? What's the goal? And then from there, I go, all right, how do I make this happen as efficiently or as X as possible? Do I want it to be efficient? Do I want it to be silly? Do I want to use a specific card to make that goal achievable? All those types of things are things that I take into account when I build a deck. So that's how I start. And then once I have like a loose core and deck put together, then what I do is I say, oh, we got a basis for this. Now what I need to do is I need to playtest it 10, 15, 20 times. Once I've accomplished that, I get a general sense of pretty quickly, sometimes within a match or two, what works with the deck, what doesn't work with the deck, what's seeing a lot of play and use against different meta decks and things like that. Am I like, well, this Grand Quagamon, I constantly am using it. Maybe I should go from 2 to 3. Those kinds of things, right? So you can start finagling the numbers and make like a document or just keep it in your head so you know what works and what doesn't. So that's how I start the process. And then over time, once I get more and more battles in, I'm able to make those minute changes here and there. And obviously new sets come out and things change, but that's the basis of how this works. And what becomes really interesting is that sometimes when you're doing this, you're like, ooh, what if I did X in this deck? But that idea would change the fundamental play style of the deck as a whole. So then what I do is I say, oh, let's build a new shell, right? So I'll copy the deck over to something else and I'll try the ideas out from there. It's not rocket science, but for those who don't brew their own decks or don't have an understanding of how to brew their own decks, this is the easiest way I've found to go about it. So why is that important? Because right now, this is the first test build of this deck that we're talking about. This is my UltimateChaosmon Mega Zoo deck. Now, UltimateChaosmon usually is paired with Dark Master, right? That's usually what people are using when they think of this deck. I think that's smart. I think it makes sense. But I said, hey, what would happen if instead of using Dark Masters, what if I just said, fuck it, lol, and we built it as an ace deck with a bunch of ace cards? So I said, fuck it, let's try it. So that's what I'm learning. That's what I'm trying right now. And already I'm about 6 matches in of just the general play style. And I've already made, I think, like 8 card swap. And then a few numbers have been changed here and there. That seems like it's a lot, and that's because it is, right? My initial idea of some things didn't really work out. So now I'm finding, okay, I need to change things up a little bit. And here we are. So what's the goal of this deck? The goal of this deck is to continue to play high value on play aces from our hand to the field. There is no ultimates, there's no champions, there's no rookies, no nothing. We're abusing the Shoto Mother combo because why wouldn't we, right? It's just free value. It's a win more card right now. So we're doing that, and then we're also trying to go into UltimateChaosmon or Apocalypmon or Ordinimon. And what we're doing is we're using the option card. It's going to be on screen, probably, because I can't fucking remember its name right now, and it's not in my hand. We're using that option card to easily digivolve into UltimateChaosmon or Ordinimon for low cost, basically, essentially for free. And some of the ways that we're cheating is we're using Babamon and Digimon to cheat out more cards. So Babamon cheats out Digimon, right? And then Digimon with the Tamers cheats out more ace cards. And then what happens is your board not only goes wide with these high value targets, but then you're either able to raw DNA Digivolve into UltimateChaosmon, or you're able to go into Apocalypmon and use it for its on-play effects. So there's just a lot of value here because, again, you got a actual metric fuck ton of ace cards that have on-play effects. And with the color spread, it's a pretty big win. So all I'm doing is I'm using 4 copies of the tie to make sure that we're getting as much draw potential as possible off of our blockers and to avoid getting absolutely deleted by DP monsters. So now we got the Babamon that goes bye-bye, Digimon comes out, Digimon activates when Digivolve of effect because of Babamon. Unfortunately, our Apocalypmon's here, but we're not going to lose it because we can keep it on the top of the deck. We just can't swing with the homeboy yet. So what I need to do is we got to give Imperial Dramon plus DP real quick. I'm going to select a Digimon card to my hand, set my memory to 3. This turn is going to be really silly. Check this out. So we could go straight to, we could DNA Digivolve here and go to our UltimateChaosmon. And honestly we could, but I want to go Apocalypse because it's funny. So we have decisions. I could swing in, right? I could risk losing my ace here. If I lose my ace, then we go into Apocalypse. If we don't, then we DNA Digivolve. Perfect. So we're gonna play we're gonna use Digimon so that we can play something for free. If Digimon winds up dying, we want to make sure that we can hit a yellow or a black. So we're gonna play. Doesn't really matter. We're gonna play Mega Gargamon off of this, and then we got our swings there. Then UltimateChaosmon's gonna come out over Digimon. We're gonna DNA Digivolve. Yellow, black, and a green. UltimateChaosmon's a big boy. I get a ton of memory back for the bounce. Unfortunately, I don't have lethal, but that would have taken out a ton of shields. I can go to Apocalypse here, and then to end my turn, I guess it doesn't really matter what we do. It's kind of a wrap at this point. I could just Bobamon. I don't really have much going on, so I'm gonna Bobamon. I have plenty of blockers. I have plenty of threat. Piercing blocker on my Mother D Reapers. This gives me a wall. Piercing blocker, Apocalypse triggers, program on ace to the bottom. I just want to show this off because this is, I don't know, this is the way that I do my let's find a brainchild deck. Or like I'll see an iteration somebody's built and then I'm like, I bet you I could do something similar. Or, oh, I can use that to maximize this one card's effect that I haven't been able to use. And that's the way that I've been handling that over and over and over. So I figured you guys might enjoy that. I don't know. Let me know what you think below. For those of you that like the Digimon TCG and like this deck, just let me know. Let me know. No, but for those of you that want more Digimon TCG content, feel free to share your deck lists in my Discord under the Digimon TCG section, or ask for how I would build it or anything like that. I'm more than willing to check out people's decks if they're cool enough. Anyways, hope you have a lovely day. I'll see you in the next one. Yeah.